Picture this. You're cruising down the Pennsylvania Turnpike, right? Suddenly, you see those flashing red and blue lights in your rearview mirror. You reach into your glove box and nothing. Your vehicle registration card is literally nowhere to be found. Or, maybe you're trying to sell your car, the buyer wants the paperwork, and the registration has just completely vanished. It is an absolute stomach-dropping moment, because by law in Pennsylvania, you absolutely must maintain physical proof of your vehicle registration inside your vehicle at all times. But hey, before you panic, just take a breath. Replacing a lost, stolen, or even a damaged registration card in Pennsylvania is actually a remarkably fast, easy, and incredibly inexpensive fix. Believe me, you are definitely not the first person to misplace this crucial piece of paper. The state has actually streamlined the whole shebang to get you back on the right side of the law super quickly. So let's dive into this. Welcome to The Explainer. This is where we take those potentially stressful bureaucratic chores and transform them into clear, actionable, step-by-step guides. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to get a copy of your vehicle registration in Pennsylvania, giving you the practical value you need to navigate this whole process smoothly, especially if it's your very first time dealing with it. Here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll cover the basics and requirements, walk through the application process, look at fees and processing times, hit some troubleshooting and expert tips, and wrap up with FAQs and resources. All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the basics and what you'll actually need. Before you even start clicking around on websites, let's get your prep work out of the way. To prove your identity and your vehicle's eligibility, you've got to gather a few critical items. You will need your PA driver's license or photo ID, your license plate number, the title number, and the full vehicle identification number, the VIN, which, by the way, you can usually spot right on your front dashboard near the windshield or on the driver's side door frame. Oh, and crucially, you absolutely must have valid proof of Pennsylvania auto insurance. If your insurance has lapsed, PennDOT won't even process your request. Moving right along to Section 2, the actual application process. When it's time to apply, you've got a couple of choices. We're going to look at the differences between using the PennDOT e-Services online portal versus going the offline route, which means either mailing it into Harrisburg or visiting an authorized agent in person. Fun fact, since December 2016, PennDOT actually stopped mailing out physical registration cards for online renewals, so they've shifted heavily toward this modern, paperless, self-service model. What's truly incredible about the online process is just how instant it is. Literally, if you use the PennDOT e-Services portal, you just log in with your vehicle and driver details, pop in your credit or debit card for payment, and bam, you can instantly print a permanent valid registration credential right from your home printer. No waiting around for the mail carrier at all. But what if you don't have a printer? Or what if your license plate was also damaged or lost, and you need to replace both? Well, that's where Form MV44 comes into play. You'll need to fill out this specific application for a duplicate registration card or for a replacement plate. Just complete Sections A and B, make sure you sign it in actual ink, and then mail it off to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles down in Harrisburg along with your check or money order. Now, what if you need a physical card right this very second and you cannot print it yourself? Your absolute best offline bet is to visit an authorized online messenger, or an OLM. These are bonded third-party businesses, places like Hasplates in Bucks County or 309 Auto Tags over in Colmar. They have real-time electronic connections directly to PennDOT's databases, so they can verify your ID and print a duplicate registration card for you right there over the counter. Let's jump into Section 3, fees and processing times. How much is this going to cost, right? Well, believe it or not, the standard state fee for a duplicate registration card requested through that Form MV44 is incredibly cheap. We're talking just $2 per card. Seriously. In fact, on a Pennsylvania Reddit thread, users were literally asking if people were falling for some sort of scam with this $2 fee, since you can sometimes just reprint it at home. But yep, the official state fee for a mailed duplicate is indeed just $2. That being said, there are a few fee variations you definitely need to know about. For example, if you renewed online and some system glitch prevented you from printing your credential right then, you can actually request an online reprint entirely for free. While the standard MV44 duplicate is $2, some comprehensive title guides do mention an alternative $6 replacement fee depending on the exact service. And keep in mind, if you visit one of those in-person line messengers for that instant over-the-counter service, they are definitely going to charge their own market-driven service fee on top of the state fee to, cover their overhead. So the real takeaway here is that your wait time varies wildly depending on the method you choose. Online self-service, instant. In-person in an OLM, also instant. But if you choose to mail in that Form MV44 to Harrisburg, you are looking at a processing wait time of anywhere from 10 days to 4 whole weeks, depending on seasonal demand and the mail volume.
All right, moving to Section 4, troubleshooting and expert tips.
Let's get into some pro-level tips to keep things running smoothly. First question, have you moved recently? Under Pennsylvania law, if you establish a new address in the state, you literally have to update your registration within 20 days. If you haven't done that yet, definitely make sure to update your address with PennDOT at the exact same time you're requesting your duplicate card. It saves you from any legal compliance headaches or, worse, missed mail.
Okay, but what if your license plate is completely unreadable? A plate is officially deemed illegible if the numbers can't be read from 50 feet away, or if it's bubbling and peeling. If that's your situation, you do not use Form MV44. Instead, you need Form MV46. And this is a great example of the state's security protocols at work. You can't just declare it illegible yourself. You actually have to get a law enforcement officer or a certified safety inspector to verify and sign that form before PennDOT will issue you a free replacement plate.
And here is an absolute deal breaker. You have to maintain what they call good standing. PennDOT has the authority to completely withhold or delay issuing any registration card, duplicate, or renewal if your vehicle record shows outstanding parking citations, toll violations, or unpaid vehicle taxes. Basically, you've got to clear any debts with the state before they're going to hand over that card.
Almost done. Section 5, FAQs and resources.
Let's tackle a super common question. Can you just print multiple copies? Yes, absolutely. As a lot of Pennsylvania drivers have noted, when using the online portal, if you pay for and generate your registration document via the PennDOT e-services system, you can easily and perfectly legally print multiple copies right from your home printer. So go ahead, keep one in the glove box, tuck one in your wallet, and hand one to your spouse. You're completely covered. Now, to actually locate the official paperwork, like Form MV-44 or MV-46, or to pull up a searchable map of authorized online messengers near you, your starting point should always be the official PennDOT Driver and Vehicle Services website. You can find all of that at www.pa.gov/DMV. Time for a quick professional disclaimer. Please keep in mind that signing any PennDOT form falls under unsworn falsification to authorities. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by fines up to $2,500 and a year in prison. So definitely always be truthful. Plus, while the info in this explainer is accurate based on current sources, state regulations, wait times, and fees can and do change. So always do a quick double check with official PennDOT sources, just to be safe. All right, ready to get back on the road legally and totally stress-free? Go gather up your ID and insurance, pick your preferred method, and get that duplicate sorted out today. But you know, it does leave you wondering. As states like Pennsylvania push further and further into this instant, paperless self-service world, how much longer are we even going to need physical glove box documents at all? Well, until the laws fully catch up with the tech, keep that paper safe and drive safely out there.